Right now on Hoosier News Source, a case of the mumps makes its way back onto campus. Find out ways to prevent the infection from affecting you.
And the Little 500 is coming up. All the details on how the newest riders are preparing for the race.
And we could see some dangerous storms tonight. I've got one you could expect those storms to lead to cooler temperatures and a look at the nice weekend ahead. Hoosier News Source starts now.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Hoosier News Source. I'm Mackenzie Young.
And I'm Sophia Grimsgard.
IU is currently investigating a case of the mumps. Since December, it's been recorded that 5 students have contracted the virus. The university is currently partnering with both the Monroe County and state health departments to notify students and to encourage those to educate themselves on how mumps can be transmitted and prevented. IU also encourages students to check their vaccination records and to practice good hygiene habits in order to prevent the spread of the illness. Students experiencing symptoms are encouraged to contact the IU Health Center immediately after symptoms are present. The annual 500 bike race is less than 2 months away. Hoosier News Source reporter Alex Eady joins us in studio with details from the latest events occurring on the track.
With the Little 500 bike race right around the corner, bikers are preparing for the competition. This includes those that are riding for the very first time. The annual Little 500 Rookie Week gives these new riders a chance to get ready for this year's competition. I went to the Bill Armstrong Stadium and got a close look at all the action.
Your first time riding a bike was no walk in the park. For rookie riders preparing for their first Little 500 bike race, they're relearning this skill all over again. At the end of every February, Rookie Week begins the intense training process for those who are competing for the first time. Rookies go from sitting in the stands and watching in the crowd to being right here on the field as they prepare for their first Little 500 race. These riders dedicate hours to learning the craft of competitive riding.
It's a lot of work put in. I didn't realize how much work goes into it, and really it is so much work, every day training, and now out here for Rookie Week, it's a lot of fun.
To help the newcomers prepare, experienced riders are there to offer advice and their support. Senior rider Charlie Hammond helps to train the rookies in hopes to pass on his skills during his last year.
There's just this huge community behind it that if you really immerse yourself into it, you're gonna have the best time possible at IU. And so when I talk to them, it's enjoy the riding, don't be scared of it, really just immerse yourself in the culture.
Whether they bike for fun or for sport, these new riders are learning what it takes to compete in the Little 500 race. Though the road may not be easy, these rookies are here to prove they're down for the ride.
These rookies have only a few weeks until the women's race on April 21st. For more information on this year's race and other events leading up to the big day, visit iusf.indiana.edu/Little 500.
Last week, students helped give IUPD's newest edition a name. The IUPD announced that they are receiving a new canine in order to let current German Shepherd Terry retire. The 1.5-year-old chocolate lab is being trained to detect explosives at major IU events along with searching people. IUPD allowed students to help name the new canine, and on Friday the results came in.
The name that was chosen was Zeus. I think it got 33% of the vote, so it was a close run there.
Former Chief Keith Cash began the program with Terry in 2012, and now Officer Ryan Skaggs and Zeus will be taking over. Popular names in the voting included Shonda Crimes, Boomer, and Doggy McDogface. Zeus is expected to make his first on-campus appearance by spring commencement. Bloomington Mayor John Hamilton is asking the City Council to consider adding 10,000 acres to city limits. This would increase the city's population to about 100,000. If the council agrees, this will be the first pursued annexation by the city in more than a decade. The proposed areas to be annexed total over 9,000 acres. They surround the city's current borders and areas of unincorporated land on the west side.
Coming up on Hoosier News Source, this week's weather forecast and temperatures.
And see how the Office of Sustainability is celebrating its 9th annual Sustain IU Week.
These stories and more coming up. Stay with us.
It's an honor to be here.
After suffering a season-ending injury in late March,
as you can see behind me.
Welcome back. William Crystal visited IU this week for 2 events. Crystal is the editor-at-large of the Weekly Standard and has been a figure in U.S. political and policy circles for more than 25 years. He participated in a panel discussion at the IMU about public and environmental affairs and policy in the United States. The Tocqueville program put on the panel discussion focusing on the legacy of political philosopher Alex de Tocqueville.
The Office of Sustainability had their 9th annual Sustain IU Week, with this year's theme being global climate change. This past week focused on sustainability for our environment. Reporter Sarah Beckel went to McCullough School for an art exhibit that tied in this week's events.
A changing climate, a changing conscience. This is the theme for the 9th annual Sustain IU Week. The week featured events focused on global climate change and encouraged students to think about sustainability. I'm here at the McCullough School at Indiana University, where students from a class offered here on campus are showcasing their artwork in an exhibit in honor of IU Sustain Week. The drawings here connect individual experiences with the broader issues of sustainability, ethics, and aesthetics.
A lot of the projects that we did, we find that people would be referencing landscapes that they remembered from childhood and things. So it kind of, I don't know, made the importance of that in our lives a little bit more clear to the students.
Through this class, students gained a new outlook on the environment around them and were able to better understand sustainability.
I definitely learned how to be more specific with the way that I was looking at things. Like when I would sit down, I think the most interesting thing about the landscape usually wasn't what I thought it would be initially. Like when I was walking around to pick a spot, I'd be like, oh, the light looks really nice right now. But then like 10 minutes later, the light would change and you'd have to find like something else that was interesting.
Sustain IU hopes to continue their message and feature more events like this in the future. For Hoosier News Source, I'm Sarah Beckel.
The event also incorporated art and drawings to inform students about sustainability. To learn more about the IU Sustain movement, go to indiana.edu/sustain.
This week brings rain and cold temperatures. We will now send it over to Zoe with this week's forecast. Zoe?
Thanks, Sophia. We have definitely seen some warmer temperatures today, with a high of 62 and a low of 47. And compared to the average high of 47 and low of 26, we are definitely seeing a much warmer February than usual. Today, we are having some precipitation already, 0.33 inches, but as we move into tonight and the early morning hours, there will be some severe weather and thunderstorms, so make sure to watch out. This wet weather will continue into Wednesday morning with a cold front moving through the area. This cold front is also associated with a low pressure system that will move through all of the state, and this will bring in lots of wind, up to 30 miles per hour, so hold on to your hats because they will blow off with these winds. In central and northern part of the state, it will be cold all day Wednesday. However, in Bloomington, it will start out the day pretty warm, but as the cold front moves through the early morning, it will get colder. If we take you through the day, you can see the drop in temperatures with a low of 50 or the high of 52 at noon, and as the day progresses, we can see at 4 p.m. it is 46 degrees, and at 8 p.m. it gets down to 40. So the cold front is definitely seen, especially as we head into Thursday and Friday. We can see this cold front. We can see on Thursday it is 47. Friday 43, so not necessarily what we're used to, but don't worry, as we head into the weekend there will be some warm weather in the mid to low 60s, so it is going to be a beautiful weekend. Mackenzie, Sophia, have a great weekend.
That's all we have for you this week. For more campus and local news, visit our website at iustv.com.
And like us on social media. Like us on Facebook at IUS TV News and follow us on Twitter at Hoosier NW Source.
From all of us here at IUS TV, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.